call upon LACC to come up with a report. It doesn't change the report that they have because we made statement, we submitted documents. It doesn't change that. And I was very blunt, and I said, yes, the corporate social responsibility. I went there and we are working on it to define it because people keep pulling to the National Oil Company of Liberia for social needs and social help. I recall vividly, I said to them, we sent 2 million Liberian naira to Lofa County when the president was going to Lofa County for women empowerment. We sent 2 million Liberian naira in Margibi County for the UP Women Organization.
Bringing you the issue as it unfolds.
Our Declaration of Independence on July 26, 1847 was a revolutionary act of defiance. Back then, we dared to be sovereign. In fact, our very existence as Africa's first Black republic inspired a race benighted. Lest we forget, our Declaration of Defiance happened nearly a century before independence movements began in earnest across this very continent.
Wake Up Call brings you political, social, economical, developmental, environmental, agriculture, educative, health, and security information on Blaze Radio 90.7 FM from Monday to Friday at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Mr. Speaker, let me say this: it's only your job that the budget is being order.
Information denied as premature.
Premature, right? And the budget is being authorized. Honor your government.
Your information is premature.
Remember, next time you need to review yourself because it is honor your government. Mr. Speaker, at this time you need to review yourself. Mr. Speaker, at this time you need to review yourself because
The budget is standing around to assist us in having a control and receive.
Declare from the laws in the Constitution. Unfortunately, when we are doing great after, the President did not work out. Who show up to protect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia has protected the Constitution. He has been parading and not parading in the same schools of mass and deception. Soldiers in the foreign students of the University of Liberia, sons and daughters of the dejected masses of the Liberian people, let me to extend to you. He gave you a massive purpose to extend to you born revolutionary British from the indomitable revolutionary Vegas to Education Party. Africa's most persistent, Africa's biggest hub of intelligence in the Republic of Liberia.
Anybody have been money to divide, now you are eating tomorrow, they'll say I pay for that food. They are here before. So they bring the money and you eat it. I'm bringing money, that's stolen money. There's nothing you went hard for, you're just getting divided. You own the money for getting divided. And money why you wife up. Everyone should not be bribing for vote. You should come and talk to your citizens and explain to them what you would like to do and ask them for the food. If they can't bribe you, tomorrow you'll not see you. But they make you so.
We cannot be living here depending on Indians and Chinese and Taiwanese to feed us. And then we want to control the price. It's not possible. So we have to get to the soil. We have to start teaching our children to diversify what we eat. You go to other countries around here, they don't worry about rice price because they eat cassava a lot. They eat it in a different way. They eat it with food, they eat it with bamboo, they eat it with different corn and different things they eat. But for us in Liberia, the culture that if you don't eat rice, you're not eating.
Legislation is okay. Prosecution is foolishness. You know what? Why did they do TRC? Why did they do TRC after that South Africa? I was not in Ghana. They went to Ghana and the international community put before Liberia, World Code, and TRC. And they threw TRC. So why do you want TRC to make them enforce the World Code?
You all have decided, made a conscious choice to step forward in these trying times to provide support for your different communities. It is an honor. Providing the service of protection means the work. And what you're doing today is a contribution towards the advancement and the development of this nation. And history will remember you very kindly.
We argue and counter argue to find remedy in our society. Join your presenter, Ajise Bonyele, or Wake Up Call from Monday to Friday at 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. on Blaze Radio 90.7 FM for the information you can use as tools.
Oh, yes. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Thursday, and of course, it is the 5th of June, AD 2025. What a pleasant way to say good morning and welcome to yet another fascinating edition of the program Wake Up Call this morning on Blaze Radio 90.7. This is the official voice of the Blaze Communications Network as we broadcast from the Boss Turning Point here in Rehab Community. Every time you listen to this instrumental, it tells you that you are in tune to the program Wake Up Call, your most informative early morning show that serves you breakfast in bed as it brings you factual and credible information from the Blaze Communications Network. I'm your presenter, Archie Sebop Yene, and it's good to be here this morning on this Thursday's edition. Good morning to the people of Lofa County, Grand Bassa County. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Nemba, my country of origin. Good morning to the Southeasterners, Grand Jida County, Sino, River G, Maryland, Grand Crew, River says. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Bond County. Hey, not forgetting the people of Bapodu County, the people of Lofa, Bomi, Grand Cape Mount. How you are doing? It is good to have you listen to the most informative early morning show now in the city here on Blaze Radio 90.7 as we are live streamed on the YouTube and Facebook. It is a wonderful time to have you together to bring you most trending information across the country. As yesterday, we were able to tell you some happenings across Liberia, where Mama Liberia won a space of the non-permanent seat at the UN Security Council. And this morning, we're going to be bringing you the information about the president's visit to Nimba County. What are the controversies surrounding that? And of course, we're also going to be diving into the Ministry of Labor to tell you some of the happenings there with Minister Cooper Crow and his team at the Ministry of Labor. Indeed, what a wonderful day to have you on this edition of the program. It is good. Indeed, what a pleasant way again to say welcome back to your most informative program, The Wake Up Call with me, Archie Sebop Yene. And I'm here this morning, hoping to be joined by our team of panelists. And those of you listening, as usual, as a means of giving you fundings for listening to the show and other things, we encourage you to play the raffle draw at Blaze FM called the Blaze FM Cash Giveaway. You can simply dial our short code *799*9# play with $100 Liberian dollars or 50 cents USD, and you'll be eligible to win the sum of 4,000 Liberian dollars or 10,000 Liberian dollars. And this is how it works. If you just dial the code 1, 2, 3 up to 9, uh, you are qualified eligible to be part of those in the 4,000 category. And those of you who will just enter from 10 entrances upward, maybe 10, 15, 20 at once, you also stand in the good position to be part of the $10,000 draw. And that's how it worked. So to be a part, just dial *799 *9#, follow the option. The next option you see is the amount or currency, which is USD or Liberian dollars, and enter 50 cent or select number 2 for 100 Liberian dollars. And they ask you to enter number of transaction where you can place maybe 10, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, the number of your choice, and be part of it. Yesterday, we were able to give our 3,000 to 3 person for frequently playing. And we also give out $10,000 to our lucky winner yesterday. And you can do the same today. You can be a part. Either we also give you $1,000 for frequently playing, and you can also be part of the $10,000 win or the $4,000 win. So that's it. Keep us going on as you play the draw and win yourself some cash this morning on the show as we go on here on Blaze Radio. So this is Wake Up Call, and I'd like to say welcome to it. And to begin with, yesterday we updated you on issues regarding the resignation of David Dog Cooper, the Commerce Inspector General of Liberia. We informed you about his resignation. And to just bring you a follow up to that, uh, the Commerce Inspector General David Dog Cooper has resigned following public pressure. And this resignation has been marked by controversy. Some are saying it is timely, and some are saying it is not timely because he needed to have resigned. Uh, prior to this time. And so we're going to read you some articles surrounding that. But hey, the resignation of the Commerce Inspector is because of the pressure that was mounted on him by the public. Like we said yesterday, like Amin Moda, you listen to Amin Moda's testimony in recent time that he didn't really meant to resign, but because of the public pressure that was mounted on him, he was forced to resign. So just as David Dog Cooper, you also have political pressures being mounted on him. There are a lot of people in the circle of the president that been, behind the president. Look, Mr. President, because of a single individual, you cannot allow your government to be eradicated or to be brought to public disrepute. And based on that, the pressure was too much on David Dog Cooper that he has to resign. from his post as a Commerce Inspector General. But hey, let me read you this article. The Variety News published this article, and the title says, Doug Cooper finally resigns as calls to check down his academic fraudulence intensified. At long last, and amid mounting public pressure and sharp condemnations from civil society organizations and activists, most notable exiled Liberian activist Martin K. and Colley, Commerce Inspector General David Cooper has officially resigned following explosive revolution of academic fraud. Cooper's resignation comes on the heels of one of the most demeaning scandals of rigs Liberia's academic and public service institutions in recent years. The former Inspector General stands accused of fraudulently obtaining a degree from the University of Liberia, a claim now thoroughly discredited by an internal university investigation. The investigation. In response to these allegations raised by activist Colley, the university's vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Angie Reese Taylor, commissioned a 5-member special investigative committee on September 23, 2024, led by Robert Weir. The committee was tasked with determining whether Mr. D. Cooper was ever enrolled as a student at the University of Liberia and how he managed to attain academic clearance and credential for graduation. According to the leaked investigative report obtained by Variety News from the Office of the President of the University, the committee reviewed enrollment and academic records from 2015 up to 2024, including data from the university's data service provider, MWITINA. The findings were unequivocally that David Cooper was never a registered student at the University of Liberia. A web of academic fraud. Instead, the investigation uncovered that Cooper had frequently assumed student ID number 26371, originally assigned to the late Mr. Dangwe M. Wangwe, who passed away on July 19, 2015. Records were reportedly altered on November 11, 2015 by the then university employee Colley T. Kamara to replace Wangwe's identity with Cooper's. On May 10, 2024, further trendings by a temporary by Mr. Jonathan Kanga leaked Cooper's name to the academic transcripts of Mistress Naomi Noah Tyler, a legitimate 2019 graduate. This identity seemed enable Cooper for falsely appear eligible for graduation. Additionally, Updates were made on August 31, 2024 by Miss Mercy W. Kwakwe, who entered Copper's name into the system as D. Copper, accidentally omitting a letter when the fraudulent entry appeared on the Public Administration Department's graduation clearance roster. Clearance officer Mr. Uh, Thornton Louis claimed to have raised concern, which were later refuted by colleagues Mr. Gofan Sua and Mr. Fode Jaliba. Both admitted the name remain on the final clearance list, despite initially denying involvement. Department Chair Mr. Arthur B. Shapey was found to have introduced Copper to professors Dr. Lexter Tenney for graduation clearance. Meanwhile, Department Coordinator Mr. Gofan Kesua was found to have knowingly approved Copper's academic clearance despite full knowledge of the fraud. Sources further confirmed that Mr. Augustine Z. Gapi played a role in distributing funds allegedly paid by Copper in exchange for the clearance. Implication for the Boakai administration. Though Copper's resignation is being hailed by many as a necessary step towards accountability, but it also raises uncomfortable questions for the Boakai administration. Copper was a senior official in the Ministry of Commerce. His exposure for academic fraud undermines the government's state commitment to integrity, transparency, and merit-based governance. As leaked reports suggest that some officials at the University of Liberia may be attempting to suppress the full findings, there is growing pressure on President Joseph Human Boakai to not only dismiss Copper from public office internally, but also to ensure that all individuals involved held accountable. Legal analysts argue that the scandal has caused a long shadow over both the university and the government. If the president fails to act decisively, it stands it sends a dangerous message that academic fraud and corruption can be swept under the rug. One legal expert told Verity. What comes next? With the public demanding swift action and swimming reform, the spotlight is now firmly on the University of Liberia and the Boakai's administration. For many Liberians, this case is not just about Doug Cooper, it's about the credibility of Liberia's institution and the integrity of those who lead them. Whether this marked a turning point or a missed opportunity for meaningful reform remains to be seen. The Variety News talked about this story. And now, those are similar questions we've been asking because those are similar questions we have asked. Those are similar questions we have asked that what becomes of integrity? What becomes of the integrity of government offices and people who are leading them? Mind you, this is about the future of Liberia. If those holding public offices are not people of integrity, then it brings the entire government to public disrepute. And that is so sad. That undermines the credibility of every government institution and those in those governmental positions. But when we are saying these things, people who do not understand them, who do not understand the implication, feels that, oh, you hate a particular person, which is not truth. Look, let me tell you something. Uh, what would, how will you feel when you graduate from a university in Liberia and you have the opportunity to travel and you cannot use your credential from your country to give you job opportunities in another man's land? How will you feel? That alone is a slap to the academic system, the education system of this country is a slap to the academic system. That you will have a degree from Liberia, but it's not granted in other man's country. That you will have people faking their credentials. Look, there's no time for anybody to acquire education, no matter your age, no matter your status, no matter what. This individual in question, Honorable Kopo, has been in governmental position for so long. He has used no credential to achieve governmental position for a very, very long time. What it would have cost him to properly enter the University of Liberia, acquire his degree normally without being disgraced. So now he reached this mesa. So because of that, he was forced to resign because dismissing you raises more pressure and tensions on you. Now, there are other folks saying that it is necessary he resign, but resignation is not altered to ensure that the government is credible, to ensure that the government has integrity, to ensure that the government has come to bring reform to the rule of law. There is a need for proper investigation into this matter to know whether Cooper was actually into the University of Liberia or not. But we are yet to see. And this is a huge challenge to the Boubacar administration. It's a very huge challenge. Those of you just tuning in, this is Blaze Radio and the program is Wake Up Call. Don't forget to play the cash giveaway star 799 star 9 hash. Star 799 star 9 hash. Follow the option. And we're going to give you some dollars today, like we did yesterday. For today, we have people to be given money to depending how you play. So we need 60 transactions as usual. 60 to give you our first draw. We give you either 10,000 or 4,000 at brand dollars. So that's star 799 star 9 hash. Follow the option and enter your currency LD or USD, which will be 50 cent USD and 100 Liberian dollars, and you will be able to win yourself 4,000 or 10,000 Liberian dollars on the show this morning. So it's so sad. It's It's so sad for our country. Liberia as a nation, with our status now, look, Liberia is one of the countries now that people look up to when it comes to integrity. By just winning a seat, the non-permanent seat on the Security Council on Tuesday, it gives Liberia a better face on the international scene. It brings Liberia to the world stage in terms of integrity and accountability. Because Liberia is one country that other countries around the world will be looking up to as it relates to decision making across the world. And if you cannot handle just a little issue in your country, then we see Liberia going nowhere. We will continue to be in this very round cycle where people will be relying on fake credentials like the other Dieter did for over decades. The guy used fake credentials as a medical doctor, doing surgeries, risking lives of people, damaging the lives of people. And this is the same thing. There are other people who qualify to have jobs. There are young Liberians who are graduating on a daily basis. Going to school will not remove your name. It won't. No matter what the time is. No matter what the time is. Today, Doe has resigned. Because of what? Pressure, public pressure. So we will leave his story for another day. We have a lot. Like we said, the president is expected to be in Nimba today. President Joseph Human Boakai is expected to be in Nimba today. We are told he's going there to dedicate the washing plant that has been built by ArcelorMittal Liberia. But there is some controversy, which we will talk about at a later time. By 5, we will be hosting again Mr. Prentice Doma, who is leading the Meta Must Go campaign. There are fresh updates coming from Nimba County that ArcelorMittal tried to bribe the young people so that they cannot protest for what rightfully belong to Nimba and Liberia as a country. So we will talk about that at a later time. And there is this information about the Ministry of Labor. The Ministry of Labor summary of 2024 work permit that was presented to the Liberian Senate. The work permit the Liberia Labor Ministry gave out to aliens, foreigners to acquire job in Liberia, even though some of those positions and work that foreigners and aliens are doing at various concession companies and other businesses across jobs that have been given to aliens, Liberians are capable of doing them. Over the years and from 2024, the Labor Ministry reported that a total of 10,117 work permits were issued to foreign national in 2024. And this disclosure was in a formal communication that detailed the alien work permit. And let us bring you some key highlights. Look, let me do this. Some of them placed on the screen, those of you watching. And there are various types of permits. Out of the permits that were submitted, you have 75% that were renewed. The renewal for foreign national already employed in Liberia. So 75% were renewed. That's 7,666 permits were renewed. Foreigners and aliens who already working in Liberia. And out of this, you have 25%, which is 2,484, were new permits issued during 2024. Wow. The gender breakdown of this: 87%, which is 8,802 of the permit went to male applicants, and 13%, which is 1,315, were issued to females. And the nationality breakdown: 69%, that is 6,980, went to non-Africans. That's the worst thing of it. Non-African national. At least when there's Africa, will say yes. At least we have this ECOWAS, community. We have the Mano River Union countries and other things. But non-African, the Chinese, the Lebanese, the other people, non-Africans, were awarded 69% of work permit in this country. 27% from non-ECOWAS African national. So 27% non-ECOWAS country. Wow. And only 4% came from the ECOWAS country. Wow. This is so disheartening. You understand? The majority of renewable permits were granted to workers in construction and business sectors who were employed before the current administration. The Senate is expected to debate the report as part of its oversight responsibility to know which jobs should be for Liberians. You understand? Look, and this one is for Ghana, at least Ghana from part of ECOWAS. And this one, this permit, what is this person nationality? Is not even clear here. This is a Chinese. This person is a Chinese. So these things, when we are saying it, look, in Liberia currently, you listen to the labor minister the other day talking about 90% decrement in the employment rate of a typical Liberians jobs. That is, Liberians do not have jobs. Look, let me tell you something. The few people you see here at the various ministries and agencies are very minute portion of Liberians who are supposed to be having job. They are very minute portion. Government cannot provide job for the entire country. The entire country. Liberians, not every Liberian will get job. Not every Liberian will get job from government. And the reason those concession companies are allowed in your country is to provide job opportunity and to contribute to the growth of the country's economy. But if you are giving permits to aliens and foreigners for a simple job that a typical Liberian should be doing, and therefore leaving Liberians jobless, then you are not doing well for your country. That means you don't mean well for your citizen. This is not about doing whose administration, because now it is on the bad side. People saying, oh, they want what done before the other, before this current administration. But when other governmental projects that they supposed to get credit to previous government, they will not do it. But now they are defending, labor ministry is defending that this permit were given during previous administration. Granted, whether previous or not previous government administration, Liberians, look, you have geologists, you have mining engineers, you have people who are manufacturers. Job that Liberians supposed to be doing. Go to Coca-Cola factory, for example. The majority of work you see Liberians doing there is to get on a car to go sell the Coca-Cola and Fanta soft drink around. Or you go there, you see them packaging bottles. But is a Liberian a real chemist? Is there any competent and qualified Liberians that is or chemists that could mix those drinks at Coca-Cola factory, for example, at beer factory? Are there Liberians who can do those jobs? I There any Liberian that can also serve as a manager to Arsenal Metal, as a manager to Be Mighty, as a manager to Western Cluster, as a manager to Steel Factory, as a manager to Jetty? Are they? So you wouldn't find Liberians doing those labor jobs that they are even underpaid. But at the end, we feel that everything is okay for our country. Look, it is now time that those elected officials call this government to order. In fact, you are in bed with the executive. So every decision, why would a Ministry of Labor give job permit to aliens for job like a Liberian can do? So what is your sense of reasoning for a job? So the only argument is that Liberians, they are not qualified, they are not this. How? And you will be here when a man apply for a certain job, you want 15 years, 20 years job experience. How would they get that? How? Star 799, star 9 hash, play the cash giveaway to be able to win some cash for yourself as we go on the program. That's star 799, star 9 hash, star 799, star 9 hash. Follow the option. Either win yourself $10,000 and be part of our winners for today. So we are giving away $4,000 and $10,000 Liberian dollars today to our winners, to our lucky winners. So do the draw, that star 799 star 9 hash, star 799 star 9 hash, and be part of the lucky winners. Right? Follow the option, play with 50 cent LD or 100 Liberian dollars. So we will do a draw if we reach our target of 60%. Like I said, 60 transaction will give out $10,000, or $4,000, depending which category you form part of. So this is wake up call as we go on, and it's very much pathetic for our country. Go go to Western Cluster, go to B Mountain. B Mountain, you find it the labor job, the hard labor job. Go to Seti, the hard labor job, the risk job. That's what Liberians are doing. In your own country, people come to mine your resources. People come to do business of your resources. But hey, they are using your resources to enslave you as a citizen. They are enslaving Liberians. Go to most of those Levelines and Indian stores around here. You barely find a Liberian sitting behind their machine, being a cashier or any other managerial position. What you find them doing is store boy, maybe driver, and other things. Those are jobs Liberians are doing there. It is so sad that you will have your own resources and in your own country you be enslaved. Like one of the callers said yesterday, I didn't emphasize on it. The caller said, uh, the slavery that was back then in the day was physical, but now, the slave Liberia is still enslaved. The only thing is that it has been modernized. It has been modernized. That there's a reform in the slavery. Now that's the only thing. It has been modernized. Okay. Tapetan, this person is texting from Tapetan. Thank you. Thank you. We acknowledge you that you following from Tapetan. I don't know what about, yes, he's testing on our phone, so it's the person is listening by radio. Thank you. Look, and that caller was right that the slavery has just been modernized. Those days, they used to physically beat you, torture you. But now, first of all, they enslave the mind. They enslave your mind. That's one of the things. They enslave your mind. Your mind is being enslaved. So when your mind is enslaved, people don't want you to be exposed. Already the country itself is providing you more slavery in your mind. Then you bring people to mine your resources, people to run your resources, and at the end, they enslave you, have no opportunity for you. Like what is happening to Meta now? The people do not employ Liberians. They can employ you. What they do is that they give you contract. And in that contract, there's no benefit, no health benefit, no insurance. When anything happens to you at job, you take responsibility because the contract is not long lasting. It's just for few term. That's what is being done to Liberia. But hey, Copper Crow, a raw Liberian, let me say it in this way, from Nema County is a labor minister. Is a labor minister. They are not even taking note on the bad labor practices that is ongoing in this country. Look, there are labor practices, very bad labor practices that is going on in this country. Like right before our radio station here, outside here, there's a fence here. We talked about this the other day. The other day when the PCC people came here to do inspection just for their environmental, issues, the people were denied for entering the fence after previous attempt was being made by some guys from the labor ministry who came to do assessment. They denied them from entering. And you know what happened? They packed the young people, carried them in our fence for the data contract, and they just in our fence, no one knows what they are doing there on a daily basis, using them on hard labor jobs. And they are underpaid. Some of them, they are afraid to speak out to people because it is the only means of surviving. It is the only thing they are doing for survival. So at the end, they are afraid to speak their mind. At the end, they are afraid to speak their mind. They are afraid. They are afraid to speak their mind. So you even go to them because they do not want to lose the job they're doing. They'll be afraid to speak the reality to you. But there are Liberians who are suffering. Liberians are suffering in their own country. We don't need to say this. People, you can see it. You can see it. Amen. So there's a lot that needs to be done. Honorable Labor Minister and your team, the job you were appointed to do is not just to sit under AC for 24 hours, around the clock, go home. At the end, get in your AC car, go back to your house. No. The job is to supervise, checkmate all of those concession companies across Liberia and other businesses. Go out. Even our own Liberian brothers who have businesses and companies, they are enslaving their fellow Liberians only because they feel that the person cannot leave because they do not have job. If you leave, where you go? That's a simple thing. They say, but when you get no, some of them insult, they literally, amen. They literally torture their workers. There is this person who have told us, they said, look, this person can abuse sexually. They sexually harass us at work, but then we cannot say it. Sometimes they do not even allow us to speak out to people because they threaten us, and we don't have anything to do if we leave their job. What will we sustain ourselves with? This is what happened when the country cannot do what it's supposed to do. I said this the other day. Some of those wasteful money that is being in budget for ministries and agency, for lawmakers, some of those wasteful money, those wasteful funds that have been in the budget. Somebody say constituency visit, somebody say entertainment. If those funds can be diverted to another sector that will provide more jobs for Liberians. Look at volunteer teachers. Do you know how many volunteer teachers we have across the country? Do you know? The health workers. How will a health worker be volunteer and working in a government facility, but you volunteer, you are not taking pay? How will you serve? Waiting it. How do you expect that person? But those things we cannot sit and talk about every day, or who will be president in 2029, who will unseat the other president in 2029. That's the thing we talk about every day. Liberians, we should try to remove ourselves, let's free ourselves from the mind slavery. The mind slavery. Try to relieve yourself from the mind slavery. And this will help us a lot. This will help us if you remove yourself from the mind slavery. But if we can't, then that means we don't mean well for ourselves. We don't mean well for ourselves. So your labor ministry can get 10,000 plus job to aliens. You understand? 10,000 jobs, opportunity to aliens, but yet Liberians do not have job. Yet qualified Liberians do not have the opportunity to work. If there's one, the credentials that they're asking you for work experience, you even feel sour, you have to apply for that position. You see one Chinese man, one Indian man in your country, manning your iron ore, your gold, but when they're giving you job, one labor job, they insult you, slap you, only and yourself, you want to bear it because you don't have anything to do. Taking advantage of you in your own country. Taking advantage of you in your own country. Look, there are a lot of videos we see how Liberians have been maltreated, how Liberians have been madly handled at workplaces by foreigners and aliens. But yet, we sit there, government do nothing about that. Only because Liberians don't have anything to do, they need to sustain themselves, so they accept that. But hey, you have volunteer teachers that volunteer almost their entire life. You have volunteer health workers who have volunteered almost their entire life to serve Liberia. But yet, job that Liberians supposed to do, you take permit and give it to aliens and foreigners to do. For our African brothers, yes, we are West African people. We are all Africans. The African work permit, yeah, but even see the African work permit is very less. It's very less. But they prefer non-Africans. And those are people who are milking the country resources, our natural resources. They milk it, take it to that country, and leave us with crumbs. So I think the Ministry of Labor, in fact, the Senate, after this report, after vetting this report, you need to act and act properly that Liberians will be beneficiary of their own resources, not other people. Not other people. If you're just tuning in, this is Wake Up Call on Blaze Radio 90.7 with me, Archie Sebob Yene. And to be a part of the cash giveaway this morning, like I said, we are to give money out to people. Please dial *799 *9#, *799 *9#. Select 1 for 50 cents or 2 for $100 Liberian. Follow the next option and play. Win yourself 4,000 or 10,000 Liberian this morning. Before we leave, we need to give money out to people like we did yesterday. At the end, we were able to give out $10,000 and we give out 3,000 to frequent players. So please do star 799 star 9 hash star 799 star 9 hash. We are here to give you money, and if we do, we'll call you right on the show to let you know that you have received. We don't do anything in secret. We don't do anything in secret. We do it right here. If you win your catch, we send it to you directly, call you that you're to verify if you have received. So please do. And so we will continue to say this, and if people in authority will listen and add upon it. So we go back to Nemba County. Like I said, the president, Joseph Human Boakai, is expected in Nemba today. And preparations have been made by the superintendent or team and the county officials to receive the president today in Nemba County. And the president will be going to Yekepa. The president will be going to Yekepa to dedicate and visit and tour Asna Mental mining operation site, which is good. This is some of the problem we have. Like I was saying earlier, you have this company that is one of the world's steel giant company. One of the biggest company that is mining the resources of Liberia. But the social corporate responsibility of this company is not being adhered to. The country is taking billions of data from Liberia, but yet Liberia budget is not up to $1 billion. You have a country that generates billions annually from your natural resources, but yet the company cannot build housing units for its employees. This is what we're saying. The maltreatment of employees. The company executives use chopper from the company site to Monrovia, but workers using buses from Yekepa to Sannikoli every day on that very deplorable road. Now the president is about to go to Nemba. The guy started to pave roads, pretending that everything is well. That's what they start to do. And young people of the county have decided to petition the president in a protest, telling him that, look, when Mental Steel 5 years is expired, there's no need for Liberia to renew the mineral development agreement between Asna Mental Liberia and the government of Liberia. There's no need because Mental Steel has failed the Liberian people. And yet, they will call the young people to bribe them, asking them to look. On Tuesday, when we interview Prentice, you listen to Prentice, who is the head of the Mental Steel Must Go campaign. Yesterday, some folks, according to him, some folks from the company called a young man, say, oh, look, my man, this thing, you have to leave it, and this and that. Gave him 2,000 United States dollars as a bribe to leave the county and forget about the protests. You see what we're talking about? My man, forget about the protest. This is 2,000. And a young man received the money, brought the money to his team, called the media, and make the disclosure that yes, Mental Steel is bribing them to forget about that protest while the president will be in the county. While the president will be in the county. So Mental Steel started to bribe them to forget about their planned protests on ground that the president will be there. Look, it's not time for protests. Let's leave this and that and this. So Mental Steel gave them $2,000. And those of you watching, those of you watching, those of you watching, here is the young people. If those of you watching, you see that money. The young man received the money, called for press conference, and say, hey, look, Mental Steve must go. We'll bring this morning to the public. So we will talk to him this morning to ask him a few questions, and yourself will give your view. Whether it was necessary for him to have received this money and bring it to the public, or it was not necessary. You understand? The guy received the money, brought the money to the public. Why would you, if you know you are doing well, people say they want protest, leave them when the president comes. The president will see your good work. But you pretending schools that have been in deplorable condition for years, you start to pin them, you start to renovate them quickly because you want the president to know that you are doing something good. Our service. Our service. You're taking the country resources, yet you're damaging the country. I always say this when I'm talking about mental. Why should we be discussing about road living from Sanikole to Kota, living from Sanikole to go Yekepa now at this time? Why should we be talking about that? Why should we? It should be the least thing we should even be talking about. It should be the very last thing we will talk about. That Yekepa still need road. It is so sad. But yet, look, the train that Mental Steel has, some of it has 150 buckets, some 100, some 70. If you know how many trips this train make from Yekepa to Buchanan on a daily basis, you will feel so sad about the country resources, how the mountain that we have as a gift from God is depreciating. But yet, Mental Steel train pass through the hospital in Sanikole, it vibrates the hospital, put patients in disarray, but yet they fail to relocate hospitals. They have failed to build schools. They have failed to build hospitals even in Yekepa. They have failed to build housing units for employees and contractors. They have failed. If you go there, you see them living in containers and makeshift structures at the area, tarpaulins. That's what they live in. But when the leaders go there, they give them envelope, they leave from there. You will never hear them talking. Somebody ask, I mean, all the things you're doing, all the things you're saying, your show Mental Steel can go. Your show Mental Steel will leave this country. No, that's the biggest question. That's the biggest question. Let's take this break and be right back. When we come back, we'll continue. Let's take this break and be right back and continue. Let's take this. Let me.
Commissioners of the TRC, distinguished Liberians gather here, commissioners, paramount chiefs, elders who arrived early this morning from Nimba County, former commandos of the Special Forces of the IMPFL now disbanded, to the great forces alert and Model, without whom democracy will not prevail today. Had it not been for these great forces fighting dictatorship to enthrone democracy, peace, and stability, Liberia would not be what it is today, and I won't be here called senator sitting before the TRC to give my account of the role I play. Before I go further, I would like.
So welcome back. Welcome back. Those of you playing the cash giveaway, don't forget to dial *799 *9 hash, *799 *9 hash. Double your transaction. Still a chance to win $10,000 if you double. Win $4,000 this morning. We're gonna be sending 3,000 to people. 3% again for frequently play. This one, what I will call you to confirm or not, you will receive it. It's in your phone. 3,000 to 3%. We're gonna call you to confirm that a little time. So we have already sent that to 3%. So you can play, right? That's *799 *9 hash, *799 *9 hash. Play the cash giveaway. Win some money this morning for yourself. So this is what Mentasty is doing. They call young people to bribe them because President going to Yegi Pale wanted to protest. They bribe them. Those of you watching that got are displayed on the screen. This is the money they gave the young people. $2,000. And the guy brought the money to the public. The guy brought the money to the public. So it's so much disheartening that you will have it's so much sad that you will have a company in Liberia and bribing young people not to allow them to protest because president will be going to before they disrupt the president, being in the county. Why? And it's so sad that our own country resources. So let me do this. Let me take this break, and like I said, I want to call Prentice.
Who flew the flag of Liberia high on the international stage, all the icons of this democracy we enjoy today, as well as countless enduring heroes who kept our nation's spirit alive through adversity. This moment is the fruit of their labor and prayers. To all Liberians at home and abroad, this victory is yours. Let us rally together to make this change a success. When Liberia sits at the council, it will be your hopes, resilience, and dreams that she will carry. I thank the Foreign Minister, and I'm saying this with all sincerity, at putting time, commitment, dedication, and we all, with all of our contribution, she gave us a standing ovation for women can achieve when they are committed. We're very proud. As Excellency Madame Sarah Desroyanti, Liberia's permanent mission to the United Nations campaign teams in New York, Monrovia, Addis Ababa, and all those in the government who made this achievement possible. We say thank you. You have worked hard to open a new chapter in our nation's global engagement. As promised in our campaign, Liberia Voice of the Council will reflect our people. We will consult with women, youth, nationwide to ensure our representation is inclusive and grounded. This new chapter in our global engagement presents opportunities for growth, collaboration, and progress. I call upon all Liberians to embrace this moment, work together to build a brighter future for our nation and the world. May God bless the Republic of Liberia, ECOWAS, African Union, and the United Nations. Thank you. God bless you.
And so welcome back. So like we said, we try to get to Prentice. He's gonna call us right back, but we will open the lines to activate your calls, get your contribution as we are with him. You understand? So Meta make attempt to bribe the young people. You understand? To give young people $2,000 to cancel their protests against in the county because the president is going there. So if you are doing what is necessary, why bribe young people to sell their future to you? Because the young people standing for the cause. So we will a later time talk to Prentice to verify this, but you can. We will now open the lines, but before we open the line, don't forget to play the cash giveaway *799 *9#, *799 *9#. Play the cash giveaway for 50 cents USD or 100 Liberian dollars, and you will stand a chance to win either $4,000 or 10,000 Liberian dollars. That's what we're offering this morning. And we just sent 3 person 1,000 each for frequently playing. Those of you who play, you're playing but you're not winning, right? We sent you money so that you can be able to play. So I don't know, maybe you're sleeping, you wake up, you see the money in your phone, but it's good that you also play and be part of the winner. Like I said, those of you who will enter maybe 10 transactions, which is $1,000 at once, you fall in the category of the 10,000 winners. And those of you who enter in 1, 2, 3, up to 9, you fall within the 4,000 category. So the chances are yours to choose which category you want to play and form part of. Now, when we are doing the draw, if your number is lucky to be part of the winner, you can win yourself either $10,000 or $4,000 this morning, because you all know the country and how the economy is. So getting something for yourself to start your day will be a help to you. *799 *9#, *799 *9#. So we will open the lines between now till 5:40. 5:40, we will end the show and start to focus on the cash giveaway to give. So see how we can give some money to people. So 5:40, this segment of the show comes to an end as we see how we can give out some money to our people. So please Continue to play as we open the phone line. As we open the phone line, just keep playing. We'll come back to the cash giveaway. Star 799 star 9 hash, and you can be your lucky winner. So, folks, welcome back to the wake up call. At this juncture, while we await printers, we will open the phone lines. So, this is what happened. The president is going to Yekipa, but people are bribing young people so that they cannot protest. Let's get the first caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro.
Morning. What is your
Good
name?
morning.
I'm good.
I'm just back calling for this situation. Yeah, my man, thank you for the show. Let God bless you. You know, I love your show. I always work. I mean, I can wake up to work for prayer. So I assure I can really enjoy it. A lot of people, what they want to do, you see how God can get it. My man, no youth. Let God bless them. No, if you want to do something, do your willing mind. It has some any man could get all that money and go and confess somebody me that man. But then you bring it out. My question is, if at all this thing come out, are the citizen will back door boy?
That's the point. That's one of the question.
Yeah. So the my partner me, I really impressed, and that's what it be. Really, if you're not doing anything, and that show everybody now in this country the high school will be. There's no bragging. Only and bring it show and show yourself. I wish that you continue, and then that will get real badly. Any person going to today? Okay, thank you for the show. Listening.
Thank you so
much. The boy, the man, Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah.
Morning, Nancy. Morning, Nancy. How you doing?
Thank God. Glory be to God for us to hear each other again.
Okay.
This goes to my Nimbalian brothers and sisters. If they think that the money is preferable than the better life that we will live, including our children and children to come, and life with them, let them do their money, please. They think about the money when you do it, when the suffering comes, at the end of the day, everybody can feel the weight because the people don't want to do the rightful thing for money, just because you want, so they can say, oh, that they make car passing over there, or that the woman car passing over there, or the girl, instead of other people benefiting. So if they prefer the money, then they take the money. We will be there. Nimba County is supposed to be there. You know how many things that they are took from Nimba, develop other countries with it, that Nimba still remain the same. So if they prefer the money, then they take it. Now what, as for me, now what I would say, if the money will be beneficial to them, more than the country that they take
so
the
the young people say they will take the money and they will feed protesters to still go protest, to transport protesters. So they brought the money to the public and they will use it to feed the very protesters to go protest against Mental.
Yes, that will be okay because the people been there for very long period of time. I've been hearing about the people ever saying in that country over there, and yet there's still no development. So that it makes them to know that we have to benefit, so they can know that those things being in our country over there, but nothing they play looking when you get to Sunny Kode, say, and I even want to live to Sunny Kode because you're looking at village. So that is supposed to be the capital city of Nimba is supposed to be there. So that they try their possible best so the people can know.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What is your name and where you call from?
This will be Kane.
Go ahead.
And I call from Ghana restaurant. We have to be real. I see nothing will come from the visit of the president.
Okay.
Nothing. Mark this on this platform. For the fact that I think when it comes to labor, for the 50 counties, Nimba should be setting an example. Now, even Moshwaro County, the political, where we have the political capital, Monrovia. One, the labor minister from Nimba County, the vice president is from Nimba County. To behoove me, hearing that people are doing eye service or services to print school, where the political gain, the political helps Nimbalian have provided for these politicians. So is Jeremiah Kun Honorable Koga or Recent, are they not seeing all those things? It's because the president is going, and that's what they see it now. We have to be serious. Look, the visit, as I said, will yield nothing. The president will just go there in their own range of mind, in pretentious way. But if the leaders of our county or countries are serious, the labor minister, Cooper Crown, who have been for even the past regime to this person, Nimbale will be still be talking about Metal Steel. Vice President benefited from the Nimbale because of the promises he made. Should we put that on the president? I don't like the president, but in this one here, I think Mr. President should not be held responsible. Should be embarrassing their children are the one that in power. Especially one of them is heading the war.
The labor ministry.
The labor sectors. So NI service. And it go to the one the representative, the lawmakers who were there simply already Joe recent. What are they doing? Where is Mr. Koga? Where is Yantuan? All those big guys that for Nima, where are they? So they are just there when the Biden vote them, they let it down. They will put it on the people of the government. This is not the government responsibility. Although it's the government that sends representative, but if they are serious, let me see them putting hold to all of those things they carry on through investigation. Because remember, 75% of the metal steel and the Biden, they maybe 30% are from other countries or counties. So the other citizens. So that's my concern. We should be serious on those things. Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Archie.
Morning, Winston Biande.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition, Winston and Biande from Tupo Road. Yeah, thank you for your show this morning. But actually, my attention has been drawn to the labor minister. You know, there are reasons for which they can put people into certain area so you can do the needful. From the background of the labor minister as chancellor, he needs to do the right things. If there is a wrong, you are there to correct the wrong. The issue of whosoever gave job permit previously is not the issue.
It's not the issue.
It's not the issue. There is no argument about it. Okay, job permit was previously given, and then there was a call for renewal. So you, as a legal-minded person, and this permit was wrongfully given, and they are calling for renewal, what you should have done, you read the checkpoints. You read the checkpoints and do the needful. But instead, he went and renewed all 75%, and he shamefully said, yes, I renewed 75% and I issued 25%. Why should you be saying this? These are the reasons for which Liberians are jobless. See, our own country, we live here as slaves because people who we put in position to do the right things for us, they care less of it. See, so people they certainly need to put his feet to fire and make sure that permit is revoked. They need to, and with the issue of Metal Steel, I want to commend Brother Prentice Doma for the bold step taken. It had just flagged out that this is how our lawmakers have been compromised by Metal. Just a little youth, he's coming up to expose the company because he's taking issue that the right things, the social corporate responsibility should be taken into consideration. They are calling a SAR as an individual to compromising with 2,000 and then compromise the interest of the citizen at the detriment.
But what is $2,000? How many days will somebody eat $2,000 for in the first place?
$2,000 for a whole year. They kind of extracting, mineral can deplete, land can deplete. That thing is not growing to say yes, it will grow, it will branch up. As you're taking it, it's going. Nothing is living there. You see? So I want to commend him, and our lawmaker should be very careful as to how they operate with Meta C, and they should, that begin is an example. Printers is an example to the exposure of our lawmaker.
Okay.
Because all the time they're going for series of meetings, they're going for meetings, all Meta call all for meeting, and when they come from there, nothing else they can tell us.
I'm telling
And
you.
the place continue to be bad up. The people can take back with mineral water because the water there is not safe. It's being polluted.
Yeah.
See?
Okay.
So I hope something good will come from the president's visit today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Wisdom. Let's get this person. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, actually, good morning.
I'm good. What is your name?
Oh, Napoleon Kuler from Nimba.
Calling from Nimba currently?
No, I'm not in Nimba now. I'm in Monrovia.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, the thing is somehow pathetic, especially where in our county we hear from and things that are happening. No, I mean, there is something actually. It will come a time we will not vote for lawmaker in this country. It will come a time that we will not vote any one individual. Like for instance, in Nima in recent, you saw the voting population in Nima in recent. That you vote in Bokoga. Are you telling us that we voting lawmakers to only go to hotels and have meetings in hotels and receive money? That's what they are telling us. That's why we're voting our lawmakers to power. I thought in our mind, our lawmakers should be vocal on these type of issues, especially the need of the people. But if lawmakers will start to receive things and just to remove individuals around here at the end of the day, but companies that come to the country where people need to benefit as citizens, at the end of the day, when these things are happening, it beat our imagination. So, like for instance, we have Councilor Koba. He hail from Nimba. This individual, they are seeing these things happening. The vice president is from Nimba. Look, let me tell you something. Our lawmaker and those individuals we put to power, they are the problem that we face in this country. Okay. So it will come a time in this country, we will not vote in this country because it beat our imagination. Okay. But for people to protest, even the president, people saying because the president, because I was in Nima recently when I went to San Nicolas last week Saturday, people saying we saw people breaching the train track. People breaching the train track.
Go to Zuluwe, they painting the Zuluwe, they not painting the Zuluwe public school. I was
right there where we can buy fish right on the road there. I saw the guy breaching the train track. So are you saying because the president is going there? No, let me tell you something. We need to be serious. We need to actually be serious in this country. In fact, if a good leader should carry on its own covert operation. For its own covert operation, you don't need to blow seven to go to Meta to know bad Labour Party is in Meta. Because you go there today.
Blowing Serisha, even for the people, it made people to be a light.
To be a light. So we blow seven to go there. A true leader will not behave in such a manner. Okay. Sometimes, like what was happening during the Toba regime, you know what people do? You go to the area to see what is happening there. If the leader is true to us. So the thing that is happening in Liberia, no, let me tell you something. I'm saying to you, there will be a massive protest if people are not careful in this country because we can't be voting for people. Then people continue to sit back and continue to debate our resources in this country and continue to allow we the citizens for us to live in this country and able to say we are slaves into our own land. No, let me tell you something.
Thank you, Napoleon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Let's get other callers, please. Good morning. Good morning, Pascal.
Thank you. Thank you, Aji. This is Pascal David. We're going to forget. When this government took over, the president himself had issue with Western Cluster, right? So they said immediately they were putting us to the Western, and then he left. I think he was saying he traveled to one of these countries. While he was away, the Ministry of Public Works lifted the dam, and the government received 300,000, and Western Cluster started to operate. And they didn't do anything. Not only that, but the vice president from India, the man who has all of the money sector in Liberia, the minister of Defense and Mine,
is also from Nimba.
man who ensures that everybody who work at those different mining sectors, Nigerians, are well paid, and the working environment for people is different. So, program is also for members. As president of the Republic of Liberia, also for members. So, everything that is happening in these sectors, they are aware. You know, when I hear somebody say, well, I'm for lawmakers, this is laughable. There's only lawmakers. We just need the 2 ministers. They are in government. They are senior government. So the question is, are they very honest to all of us? Mr. Kupakwa is getting all West family 8,000 to non-Barbadians. Even though they came to rescue all of us. Even though when you say I made it there. So I'm operating with it. The same thing with Patrick. You say I made those salary there 50,000. But those were things that you didn't like in the past. And that's why people stood in the ring. And some people wanted to have you that pleasure. You went and made those justice systems there against you. So you increase it and you move on with it. So I think the recent just an academy as well as gave 300,000 to the Ministry of Defense School. It was celebrated. Oh, we got some people like 300,000 US for a multi-million-dollar company that is in the country that may owe annual millions of dollars annually. It gave the government that got 300,000, and that was a big boost to like even the state in the country. The person is going there. They are there on the radio. People are aware the company is aware that the person is going there. So the whole machine and the reposition will take there because the person is going there. So after this visit today, it will take me another 2 years before the president will say, look, my man, no serious government does that. The vice president is on him, I'm going to make that operate there. Lend some money. And what's his name? Who's supposed to ensure that these efforts to the right? Somebody will just tell you something. When you take go for the ground, go doesn't come back there. That's why these things, these resources are referred to as non-renewable resources. When you say go, when you say diamond, when you say silver, it doesn't go again. They doesn't come back. So the future of the country is hopeless. Because those resources will not come back. It's not the rubber, it's not the timber, it's not the cocoa. So why is the government doing to ensure that those resources get to all of us? Again, when we say a program.
Okay.
So I want the president to go there, and take your money. When you come back, to keep destroying our land, because you don't get no future again. You don't care for the features of the system. That's how we can say this. This is the government that we voted for, and we watch them do their doable. Thank you.
Okay, Pascal. Thank you. Well, this is Wake Up Call on Blaze Radio 07779079070 0887 the female line 778 075616, and for our WhatsApp number +231 888 577750. And those of you who playing our cash giveaway, don't forget we haven't forgotten that *799 *9#. Continue to play. Like I said, at 5:40 we end the show and we'll focus on you. *799 *9# and follow the option. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name and where you call from?
Brother Apreti Shiton.
Okay, call from.
I call from Ominga.
Go ahead.
Okay, security. Brother Jimmy, how are you? How are your family?
I'm good. My family doing well.
God bless you. Thank God. Brother Jimmy, I live in Japan. I'm from Maryland. I live in Japan a long time. Okay. I was in Lima 1989 when the war entered Liberia.
Okay.
I was in Gwenda. I was in Europe. I went to Gwenda on the 22nd of December 1989. I heard the first gun sound. Our lady Europe, ED28. You know, the problem here is that our president going to after meter, it was black. Probably you will have lost 50 years. You will not get nothing good from there. Don't forget it.
Okay.
Job is going to add, job is going to increase the 4 years to 50 because you looking for money. As we say, from Maryland and I live in more than any other country apart from country.
Okay.
I can show my and enter careful and walk to my house to ED28.
Okay.
When Lampo was that was Lampo.
Okay.
When Lampo came, Libinko. Then before after meeting, they do not do nothing. There were nowhere you get they don't know where. So I mean, when the president when you get back, that block, you will look for money. You will increase after that to 50 years.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
I'm George Jacob. I'm from Painesville.
Okay. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, brother. Actually, let me praise God for that individual that received that money and decided to disclose it to the public.
Okay.
My brother, let me tell you this. You know, Nima County, I'm not from Nima, right? But Nima County is one of the counties that is noted for integrity. I can remember during 10%, we had to we found about 50,000 plus. That he brought, to the owner. But our people, like what the other caller said, it is so sad. The visitation of GMB to Nima about the next moment of statement, it will hear nothing, my brother.
Okay.
Like, it's just a mess show. I went to Yegepa, I went to Echo Lodge. I went to Yegepa when I saw those continuous houses that other people live in the nation. I cried. And I lie to you. I shed tears. I said, wow, this kind of mountain that God bless always, that we should live and enjoy our life. It's what people just enjoying. All the things about doing is just a blame. They will do the things, Job will go there, he will see it, and he will come and he will say, in fact, Meda will go. Meda will go nowhere. Meda will go nowhere because our people are not ready. The resource of the country was giving us to us a blessing. It was not a curse. But now our leaders are making it look like it is a curse.
Okay.
King John, the poor protested for the right. King John, what happened? The police brutalized them, beat them, even someone died. I don't know what happened now. It's just a story, just a mad story, my brother. So it's so sad. We just pray to God that one of these days God will give us a good leader that will really take action on those things.
Thank you.
But the issue of this murder still, before we come to ourselves, like will become a complete farm.
All right.
There'll be nothing to be out of here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Archie.
Morning. What is your name?
Archie, this is the Oracle, and I call from Rita.
Go ahead.
I think it's bad for us to leave politics and learn to face in the reality. For Nigerians to have the mindset that even if the president visits, I think we should always be hopeful for the best thing instead of being and doubtful for the wrong thing to happen. So we all want the best. So the president is staying a visit to accelerate that or going to see the livelihood of people and how the company is being run. I think one best thing we can do as Nigerians is to pray for the best. People calling, nothing will happen. I think that's one of the bad things to say. We must all pray for the best thing. Let's leave it too much politics and politics. So it seems we know that nothing will happen, then the president go. Then everybody just stop the president from going. We must be hopeful for the best. There's too much political thing because everybody get it aside. So the building, once you're not there, another person cannot do it. I think it's Kevin like bro. It came like bro nowhere.
Thank you.
So they are going for a purpose, but to get a preconceived manner where you going, nothing will happen. Then there's no need. I think we just need to stop the convo from going. That the president yesterday.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, brother Jimmy. I'm Roland Biba, calling you from FDA Junction, Prince.
Go ahead.
Yes, so you see, I mean, yesterday when it was happening, nobody ever said that we should pray for the good of the country because they wanted to get there. Today now they are there. When they do the wrong thing, they say the opposition, the other position should join them to pray. You think we'll be so naive enough to see your president doing bad thing or doing the government doing the wrong thing? They will join you to pray. I mean, it will not work. Yesterday it did not work. So today you want for it to work. You can force us to join you.
Okay.
That's why we said to somebody they feed the man say we should continue to pray for the government. We say, but why you call opposition? So you want for
to
the
need better thing. You to get better thing for your country. So you're saying you need to pray. I mean, you can be now still opposition.
No, they bring what they doing. What they saying that is that anything the government do, we should just pray. That's what they saying. Okay. All I want involved, and we will not do that.
Thank you. Good morning, this person.
My name is Hussein Kew. Morning to you.
Good morning, Hussein. Welcome.
Thank you. I call from Jacobson. So nobody needs a hypocrite prayers here, like Jesus Christ said. I'm a Muslim, so maybe I may be wrong. Nobody needs hypocrite prayer here. So, in fact, dear brother, that particular country has a lawmaker, a senator, and a representative. The president need not to go there to even do what we call back check or to investigate or get the views of those who live within that part of the country. You have lawmakers, you have superintendents that should be reporting to the office of the president to know the well-being or to know the living conditions of the ordinary people within that part of the country. So those who are doing this service to this country is not the president, it's those lawmakers and even those who were appointed by the president to serve their people. Dear brother, the president has to go down there to ask the people how your living condition, or you have superintendent in the country, or you have lawmaker in that district in the country. In fact, the lawmaker should be briefing the president, right? The superintendent should be briefing the president about the conditions of the people. This is why, if even you the lawmaker, you will not go in the company here. You have staffers in your office that are responsible, right, to go and investigate. You know, you can find an independent, journalist to go and get the views of the people. This is what we call working for the people. But you see those people sitting in the country doing nothing for their own people who they claim to represent. Somebody want to be the president. If even President Baka goes there and get the status, right, of the living condition of the people, he comes back, who will approve it? They have to go to the lawmaker. The lawmaker have to sign before the president approves. You understand? Those are common things in government that people need to understand. So I think it's a collective work from our lawmakers, from the superintendent, from the county authority. Do the needful. You represent the people. Those are your people. Those are Liberians that you represent. Do you need a president to go there?
Thank you, Kel.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name? Please load the radio. Canada star 799 star 9 hash star 799 star 9 hash to play the cash giveaway. 077790797 and the numbers to call. That's star 799 star 9 hash for the option to play the cash giveaway. Good morning, Bayoga.
Yes, sir. Kumaji.
Morning, Sam B. Bayoga.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for sure. I hear you talking about 2,000 for you. Oh, I want 2,000 US.
Like US also, the children are going protest. The people start bribing them with 2,000.
For what?
So they can protest.
Do I president going there?
We got president going there, so they get protest.
You know the view when you just TV, you can always move on behind. That the can't do the so the way I want. Now end up got business so yeah.
Okay.
The pre and the TV, they all come on that TV. So like the pre now hating there. You gotta like all the long that you been whether you don't do good. It is for my Elio. Your will. The present person or that now you going now, so you want to get 2,000. I wouldn't want to eat happy. The president can you say no president baby. So he will see. So
thank you, Bayoga. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, got it. Okay, your call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name?
Abraham B. We say I call you from GSR.
Go ahead, the councillor.
Okay, I disagree with anyone who said that the president can be here and whatever. The president himself needs to reach out to the people. Even the DO can leave his office and visit other schools. So for me, I don't see any excuse. That's why you should be energetic to visit the people. Sometimes the superintendent, the commissioner can lie. So there are times the president should be able to, most of the time, reach over to the people. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Abraham. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. What is your name and where you come from?
I'm Zankawe. I'm calling from Wacom.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you for your show. You know, my problem with the Liberian people who have the labor minister, he say he's working. But my point here, why is it law for the Liberian people when the company come, even if the government hire you, why is it law that they may, it should be paid so amount? Why is it law? You are Liberian man. Because in other poor countries, which they have law there, they play the Botswana while there. Now, if you in Botswana, company come there, they hire you. The work permit there is 10,000. You pay 6 months cash now. Where's the law for it? We don't get law. Then you hold the citizen responsible, you hold the labor minister responsible. No. If the law there, the labor minister only enforce the law. Finish. Where's the law? Because there's no law. From 1847, I think back he is 25 president, I can remember now. Tell me now, what is the law? The patrol police are on street in Botswana, 2,005 that they are paid in their law. If you McKinney, when the company hire you, if you supposed to pay 4,000 to 5,000 in their law, what is the law for it? I want to know to you, because you are Liberian man. Myself, I'm a Liberian man.
Okay.
I'm asking you, what's the law for it?
You don't ask the lawmaker, then I'm you.
No, but the point there from 1847, from 1847, why you not pass that law?
All right. Thank you.
When fire people like Nigeria, how many were paying people 7 cents a month? What's the law? So we bring our own self. In our government, we bring our own self.
Thank you.
In Botswana, when company go there, by the time the government sign a contract, he came back, he served to the people, he said that the law, it ain't a law. So they have the missioner, if it in the missioner, if it are 3 times to pay you, it's there.
Okay.
But
Thank
not
you.
the guy like
Thank you
that.
so much.
So,
Thank you. We don't have time now. Let's see. We don't have time. Let's see this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
What is your
By
name?
the way, my name is James calling from Simple Bridge.
Go ahead.
You know, our country today, it just looks something like too funny. Our own Liberian people are the people who are leading Liberia now. But see how the country condition look like. So it looks very frustrating, and then when you think on it, you think that, oh, why these people are just using this place like a hustle ground. You cannot use your own home to say my own home is a hustle ground. So you are giving the country to other people to come and do their hustle.
Okay.
So it looks too frustrating, more especially those who we are students now. We think about the Liberia future tomorrow.
Thank you.
But thank you very much.
Good morning.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So the question what that Papi asked Jenna to you, I mean the lawmaker they only know the law of their money. Yes, when company come they only know the law that the amount of money that the company should pay them, then they be accepted in the country. I think that's the only law that the lawmaker, our lawmakers know in this country. But without that, yes.
Let's get our final caller. Good morning. Good morning. I can't stand that. I can't stand that. So, folks, those are all of the time we have here. We're not accepting calls anymore. And this is how we will conclude today's edition of the program as we go on. Join us tomorrow. If we'll be here, we are anticipating of going to Nemba. Just in case I go to Nemba to follow the president, that means tomorrow, Friday, we'll not bring you the show. But if we don't go, we will also be here on tomorrow. So have yourself a wonderful day. We'll conclude the show here and now focus on our people who are doing the cash giveaway. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember, don't trouble before trouble troubles you. Join Wake Up Call tomorrow, Friday's edition. And we conclude with this.